is Sarah Ayler, and I'm from softflexcompany.com. And we are going to look at our latest design kit. This is the Hocus Pocus design kit. Unfortunately, the full kit is sold out. We launch a new kit every month with a new theme. And so though this kit is sold out, we have our new kit available, which is the Fall Masterpiece Kit. This kit is based on an artist that we really love who works sometimes in fall tones. And so it has both a fall feeling and also is a nod to a really amazing female artist. So it is going to be very similar to the kit you're seeing here, in that it will have beads and findings and wire. It will have all the parts and pieces you need to make jewelry besides the tools. And just like this, but it will have a different theme. It will feel different because there will be different colors and different kinds of beads, different shapes, and things that make sense for that theme. We also have a separate bead strand that we're selling with the Fall Masterpiece design kit. So this is very similar to some of the stuff that you will find on the inside. And kind of just gives you a little bit of a preview on the color mix that you're going to see inside of the kit. You can buy both of those at softflexcompany.com right now. And I will reveal that kit on the last Wednesday of next month, which will be in October. And so back to Hocus Pocus. This design kit sold out last month. And we do have some of the Jesse James bead mixes available until they sell out. You can find those on our website along with a second bead strand. We had one that we sold with the kit, and now we have a second one that you can pick up on the website too. This is a custom created bead strand and mix from Jesse James Beads, specifically with our kit theme in mind. This is a beautiful bead strand. It's got some gorgeous purple crystals, black crystals, caged beads, some dark blue crystals, and then just a really lovely boho bead in the center that kind of ties it all together. So lots of good stuff on that. You can find that on the website now too, along with just a few of the bead mixes. I try to do an overrun of them, but there's never enough. They usually sell through pretty quickly. So the rest of the kit, besides the bead mix, we had some gorgeous strands of check glass beads. We had 4 different styles. These are 3 of them that I haven't opened yet. And then the 4th style is this really pretty faceted black bead that has kind of a chevron center. It's really, really lovely. I'm going to use it in this bracelet that I'm making today here on YouTube. And I'm going to make a bracelet using this vintage mold black button that came in the kit. It's a check glass button. Really, really great. I love the pattern on it. And I'm going to use it as my closure on my bracelet today and show you how that is going to work. Also in the kit, you will find some crystal squared L's in 2 different colors, an emerald green and then a beautiful, really light amethyst color, light purple. Some ear wires that I haven't used yet, some beautiful dark blue bugle beads. There are 2 pairs of tear cast charms, a scaredy cat, and then a really fun witch flying on her broom. These little Binksy cats came in the Jesse James Beads bead mix. So they actually kind of belong over here with the bead mix. And then everything I used over here on this necklace, which I made on Facebook earlier this week, also came from the bead mix or the kit, and some little spacer guys in there too in the bead mix. These connectors are in the bead mix, and they're just really stunning, really beautiful. You get one clasp in the kit, a lobster clasp on the back end of my necklace. But like I said, you can do all sorts of things that don't require a clasp, or make things into a clasp like I am with the button on this bracelet today, or you can make really beautiful long necklaces that just slip right over your head as well. We try to make the kit have enough things in it to make several designs. If you buy more clasps and more ear wires, there's always lots of extra beads at the end. So you can make lots and lots of different things with it. Once I've revealed it on the last Wednesday of the month on Facebook, we invite you to join our Facebook VIB studio group and show us what you make with the kit. And dozens of designers do this every month. They go to the VIB group and they post pictures of what they make with this same kit that I'm showing you today. It's really cool to see what so many different people will do with the same mixture of beads and findings. And it's pretty amazing, actually. And so right now, people are starting to post in that VIB group using hashtag Hocus. So if you would like to see what others have made with this kit, you can go there and check that out. The kit also came with some 2x2mm Softflex crimp tubes in the black silver oxidized. I'm going to go ahead and slide that onto my wire first. And then I go into my button and then back into my crimp tube. Now I have a bead stopper on the end here, so I don't need to try to crimp right next to my beads. I can kind of give myself some space. I also want to be mindful to leave enough room that this button is really flexible and can move around nicely on the wire. I don't need to tighten this up so much. I want to leave enough room that it just kind of comfortably can move around. Straighten your wires out inside of your crimp tube so that they're side by side. And I'm using this Softflex that came in the kit too. I guess I should get to the most important part, since this is actually who we are. We're a manufacturer of beading wire. And in the kit, you get 10 feet of our medium Softflex beading wire in a black color. You will get that in most kits. You will get some Softflex beading wire in some color, or craft wire, depending on the month. And this particular size is great for mixing and matching materials, crystal, glass, mineral, metal. And it is just really super strong, very flexible, and easy to work with. So I've got my attachment going here. I'm going to grab my magical crimpers, come in and center that crimp tube inside of my crimper and compress. The first time I should get what looks like a little 4-corner ravioli. I'm going to turn it on its side and I'm going to compress those 4 corners in by centering that crimp tube again. And then I'm just going to keep just gently turning, spinning my crimp tube and compressing the edge of the crimp tube. I may have to flip my button to get in different direction. Compressing the edges of my crimp tube into a little round bead that also gives me a really strong connection to my button. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim my extra little wire off right at my crimp tube, just like that. And then I can let my beads slide down to my button and I can work on my second side. I'm going to take another one of my little crimp tubes, string it onto my wire, and this time I'm just going to go back into my crimp tube and I'm just going to make a big loop. Just like a toggle clasp, I want this loop to be just big enough. Ooh, I pulled it a little too tight. I want it to be just big enough that my button can fit inside of it. I don't want it to be too big because then it'll come off easily. I want it just big enough that this can slide over the top of my button and then I can hold it. So I think that's a pretty good length right there, where I can just slide over it, but it's gonna hold really well. I'm gonna straighten my wires inside of my crimp tube again so that they're side by side, and then come in and crimp. Go all the way around that crimp tube. Make sure it's nice and sturdy. Crimps are so important because they hold everything together. It's massively important that they are crimped nice and tight. And then I can just slide this guy over my button. And I've got a really fun special button closure for my bracelet. This is made from a vintage button mold in the Czech Republic. And it's a super special button that came in the kit. You can't buy these separately. Look at how fun that is as a clasp. So if you have any cool old buttons that you've been holding on to, maybe a stash from a great aunt or a grandmother or your mother that you've been wondering what to do with, or maybe even on a piece of clothing that you've been holding on to, but you're never going to wear again. This is a great way to use a special button in your design and really show it off as part of the design. You can wear the button on top of the bracelet and let people really see it. You can also use buttons in the front of your necklace, and it can look really neat too, like as a connector. So some fun ways that you can incorporate buttons into your jewelry design. I hope you guys that got the kit really love this Hocus Pocus design kit. And if you've never done a kit with us before, haven't done one in a while, I hope you will check out the Fall Masterpiece kit. I think it's going to be really, really special. You're going to really love it. There's some really cool stuff in here that is going to be fun to design with. I will be back again next month on the last Wednesday of October. I will be on Facebook with this design kit, opening it and making. And then I will be here on YouTube the following Saturday to also showcase what was in the kit and to talk about the kit that will come up for November. So it is exciting to think about moving into the holiday season. Halloween is such a fun time, and we're looking for new ways and new traditions this year to make things exciting and feel fun. So this might be a really fun way for you to get into the mood. Think about Halloween by grabbing maybe some components and parts from the Hocus Pocus bead mix, maybe a bead strand, maybe some spooky colors like our Black Magic trio or Trick or Treat trio, and just start feeling all those Halloween vibes, just like we have been. Very nice to chat with you today on the site this week. If you are buying the kit, if you use coupon code KIT, K-I-T, you'll get $10 off your order over $59. We also do free shipping on orders over $50 in the USA. You can find everything I've talked about today on our website, which is softluxcompany.com.